Paul, explain to me and everyone the basics of this year-long platform and why it's better than short-term targeting.
Most of the clients that we do work for are targeting a retention client. In some cases, we do acquisition targets, and some do both. If you're targeting a retention client, dropping one magazine with the cover wrap in their hand isn't going to do much. It's the ongoing. I'm giving you ABC magazine for a year. Watch for our special messages from our CEO or from whomever. So it's the year long. If you send them a short little burst, which they do have their place. So in some cases, mostly with acquisition. So let's say we have a data file of 100,000 acquisition targets. We might send 10,000 at a time to an acquisition target, and we might do 2 hits or 3 hits. So not a full year, but we're going to drop in a message, then we're going to drop in a reminder message, and then we're going to drop in one last invitation. And then we're going to be done with them. If it's an ongoing audience that is going to be important to you, they're not going to change from this year to next unless they suddenly retire. Even if you go to another company, you want them to love you, so they take you with them as a potential vendor at that company. So the typical year-long program, we drop in an announcement letter, we call it. So we send everybody a letter on your letterhead. Dear Bob, we enjoy our relationship with you. Please enjoy receiving ABC magazine. Watch for our special issues from our CEO. So they get that, and then about a week later, they get the first issue. We always say, do not cover wrap that first issue. You can if you want, but I'd rather extend the cover wraps over the time of the year rather than have too much hit right in the beginning. Then drop in your first cover wrap on the second issue, sequence that typically about every other month with a new cover wrap version. It's going to look the same every time. It's going to have a similar look and feel, but it'll have a changed headline, a different little message on the inside. And then we're going to do a research study about 2/3 of the way through. And then we're going to close it out and either continue it or drop it. If at that point, we have some clients that do for a year, but they stop because they have so many prospects they can't keep up.
Wouldn't that be a great problem to have? Yeah, that's me.
I hate that answer, but it makes me know we served a role. So those are kind of the basics of short-term versus long-term, why use one versus another. And keep in mind, some magazines won't even do short-term programs. They just don't want it on their subscriber file.